It's the Kombat God. I'm gonna give you a full recap of this week and last week's boxing and UFC. Stay tuned.
I love it. I love it. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm back. We're gonna start off with boxing. Danny Jacobs versus Canelo. The fight wasn't what I expected, but Canelo learned a lot from that Mayweather fight in regards to range, in regards to staying at his distance that he know that he can perform well. Danny Jacobs missed a lot of punches. He was more aggressive, I believe. Canelo stayed on the defensive side of things. He pulled off a win. In my opinion, I feel like it was a close fight, and considering Canelo's the champion, they're gonna go with the champion. And besides that, that's De La Hoya. That's Golden Boy Promotions. Would you expect a decision? Come on. It's gonna be hard to get a decision over one of his prize fighters in Golden Boy Promotions. You know what I mean? You have to go for the knockout. So next, they talking about Spence need to come up and weight and fight Canelo. The offer is on the table. We'll see what happens. I guess Spence said he's not taking the first offer. He gonna wait for the second one, and we'll see what happens. We might see Canelo versus Errol Spence, so stay tuned. Next, we're gonna talk about Jarrett Hurd versus J-Rock Williams. Williams took it to him. From the very beginning, he floored him in the second round. He stayed on him. He stayed in distance, which his inside game was good, and it surprised Hurd. He said he knew that he had an inside game, but he didn't know it was that good. But it was a rematch clause in the contract, so he said he will be taking that rematch. So we will see that fight ran back soon. But that was a good win. He has the WBA, the IBF belts, so he's a champ. So we'll see what happens now. All right. Next, we're gonna get into Bellator. Now, MVP Michael Venom Page versus Douglas Lima. Now, MVP, he has been an explosive fighter, very entertaining. He does some of the most spectacular things in the ring, which he plays around. He does phenomenal moves, but boxing and mixed martial arts is a science for a reason. The fundamentals cannot be ignored. You can do certain things that step outside the range, but once you start playing around, you put yourself in a situation which you haven't prepared for, because you're playing and you're not doing things calculated sometimes. What he did was he was placing a lot of weight on his front leg, which he always does. He bounces forward on his left leg. Lima saw that, he tripped him, and then he caught him with an uppercut, kind of like a short uppercut, floored him. It was over. MVP, lights out. Now, he said he want a rematch. I think they're gonna give it to him, but can't play around in the combat sport. It's gonna catch up to you. Somebody gonna time something that you did. They seen it already. You're gonna do a pattern, and they're gonna time you, and we see the conclusion. Look what happened to Anderson Silva, playing around. Chris Weidman was ready for him that day. Florida. So, all the greats who stuck around for a long time, they ain't really play around like that. Look at Bernard Hopkins, stuck straight to the fundamentals. Look at Mayweather's fundamentals, all the way straight through. And into UFC, we had Jose Aldo versus Volkanovski. Now Volkanovski fought a textbook fight. He outsmarted Aldo through the whole fight, kept making him readjust. Aldo didn't know where he was at. He kept throwing everything that he had in his arsenal. He tried to go for that liver punch again. It kind of hit, but it wasn't a flush punch. Volkanovski walked through it, kept coming in, kept hitting him with clean shots. Aldo kept readjusting. Fight all the way Volkanovski. We'll see what happens next with Aldo. He ain't going for no title shot like he said. We might see Volkanovski versus Holloway next. We'll see. Next on the list, we had Jared Cannonier versus Anderson Silva. Okay, Anderson Silva's 44 years old. He came in there against this young boy. Went in there. Anderson Silva looked like himself for a couple seconds, and then you seen the power of Cannonier. Every kick he threw was hurting. Every punch he threw seemed like it was going through. And eventually he kicked Anderson Silva's, he hit him with an inside leg kick and kicked Anderson Silva's knee out. Blown. Anderson Silva with another leg injury. I'm not sure if this one gonna heal as fast as the last one, and it's time to hang it up. After you start falling apart in the ring, it's time to hang it up. I don't see where he's gonna go from here, who he's gonna fight next. So I'm an Anderson Silva fan. Seeing him go in there and keep getting hurt, it's disappointing. So Anderson Silva, think something else. Gotta have another plan, backup plan. These young boys ain't playing. Next, we had the main event. We had Rose versus Jessica Andrews. Okay, Rose came out fighting like she looked like Roy Jones. She was tagging her with the left, the right, the jab, everything. It looked like it was gonna be a Rose show. Second round, Rose get into the clinch. Jessica picks her up and slams on her head. Lights out. It was over. Rose got up after the fight, post-fight talk. She said that it was a weight lifted off her shoulders and that this is maybe her last fight. A lot of people said by her performance that night, it shouldn't be her last fight, but some people don't understand the anxiety and everything that goes into stepping into a cage and you're fighting somebody that's trying to take your head off. Some people don't understand the psychology behind that. Now, we're gonna see probably Jessica Andres versus Michelle Waterson. We'll see. That's what they're trying to promote. Or we might see them running back. We're gonna see if Rose clear the cobweb, see what she wanna do for the next fight. But that's it for her for now. But we'll see. Fights to look forward to. We have Tony Ferguson versus Cowboy Cerrone. I think that's gonna be a very good fight. Tony Ferguson doesn't give any boring fight. Cowboy haven't gave any boring fight. This is gonna be an amazing fight. Next, we got Anthony Pettis versus Nate Diaz. I tell you one thing, this is gonna be a bloody fight. Both of them are bleeders, so we're gonna see some blood either way around the board, unless it be a first round knockout, but I doubt that. They both battle tested and durable, so we're gonna see a lot of blood in this fight. So next, we got boxing. We got Deontay Wilder versus Brazil. I believe this fight will be good on the behalf of Deontay Wilder, having both his hands ready. He said he wasn't 100% in his last couple fights. He said now his left and his right are fully healed, and this will be the first time he's gonna use them on a human being in a long time. So I expect some explosions going on in this fight. In Brazil, he's a big dude, but I've seen him get floored and I've seen him hurt a lot of times. So fighting a person like Deontay Wilder, you're gonna have to have a chin on you. And even if you do have a chin, you're gonna have to have some metal in that chin. But will he pull an upset? Possible, but we'll see. Next, they just announced Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. Whew, now we getting some good fights. They rolling the dice now. They about to give us some good fights. So we'll see. Keith Thurman versus Pacquiao. Let me see y'all opinions. Who y'all think gonna win? All right, this is the Kombat God TV.